Yes, I've done all the prep. Yeah, all the prep this week, everything. Very excited for this week, Steve. How about you?
Why's that? Oh no, sorry. Yes,
No,
yeah, of course,
yeah,
yes. In fairness, right? Hello, everyone. Hello, universe. Hello, world.
yeah,
I know we've just gone live.
yeah.
I've done more sort of. I've done something in preparation for this show that I haven't done in the years before, and I
Yes,
don't think you have either from
right.
our contact. I've had a great week
Oh my God.
because I have had all kinds of fun going back through pretty much my entire top 10. And
Yeah,
rarely I've had time to do it this week as well, just to make sure what's in there should be there, and that the order is more or less correct. So,
yeah.
yeah, it's been awesome. It's been
It
a
has.
really good week of
It
really good movies.
it every year. Like I think of this. I think this year is gonna. It's actually gonna take. But we have. I mean, you and I. That's why we're starting on time. We have so much to talk about. So much to get to this week. Um, I think that after this week's show, never mind what you and I talked about weeks ago, what we're going to announce
Yeah,
later
yeah, yeah,
on.
yeah. Hmm.
Um, after this week's show, I think every episode after this, every show after or whatever going forward is going to be affected because more so than any other year, this awards show is like, I think after every episode, we're going to be like, so where does this rank this year? And that because that's kind of what we did, and it's I tried to do in years past, did it the most this year, and now here we are. It's just I'm like, and we have ideas, and we have awards. We actually have an award now. We'll tease that right now, but we have an award, and we put it out to everybody. Remember, and it's like we got some great ideas, and we'll talk about those. None of those took.
We were grateful to receive them, however.
but that's how it works though, right? It gets you thinking, and all those ideas that came in are what, like, okay, not in that direction. It helps. You can't brainstorm without a storm, right? And you need more information, and all the information helped get us to exactly where we are. And I think, as you said, like, is it more perfect? I don't know. I just,
Oh man, it's inspired.
it's,
Inspired.
yeah. So, and yeah, I can guarantee you one of our awards is going to get mailed out. And you know which one.
Yeah,
Which one that is.
I do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Tom Cruise will be really happy to receive it. He'd be really pleased.
It's funny you say that. He is. I mean, we could talk about that right now. It's like Kaleidoscape. They put out their top 100 movies watched, right, on Kaleidoscape, and I did their top 50. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. I actually did it out. Let me see. Is this it? Yeah, there it is. So I'll actually pull it up on the screen for us. Here it is. Share screen. Entire screen. There it is. So I did out the graphic. I took that picture. I actually had to do that all in Photoshop because I couldn't fit it to my screen. So I had to take two pictures, put them together, and then put all the numbers over it. This is all in show prep. So, so there's their top 50. All right. Kaleidoscape's most viewed of 2025, most watched movies on Kaleidoscape for 2025. And if I might be wrong, but Top Gun Maverick is like 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I've heard Shane talking to, who is it on Kaleidoscape? And I think it goes by view, like minutes watched. It's not like how many, like how you complete, like how many times the movie was completed. So it's like if you keep watching, 2:15, right? That clip, that's 2 minutes and 15 seconds and it's longer than that. But you know what I mean? But if you watch that 100 times, that all goes into the algorithm for Mission Impossible. Oh, I'm sorry, Top Gun Maverick. And I think that's how it keeps winning every year. It's just got the most clips. It's like, I got a Kaleidoscape. You want to see a clip? You go to Top Gun Maverick. And that's but it's funny. There it is. It's like, look at those 3 movies in a row. 2 Tom Cruise, and then F1 is number 3, which is, director Kaczynski, is it?
Yeah, Joseph Kosinski. Yes.
Kaczynski did Maverick, and but it's crazy how these older titles are getting number one. So like number one is Top Gun Maverick. This is, for people listening to the audio only. Number one is Top Gun Maverick. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning is number two. F1 3, Superman 4, Wicked 5, Ballerina 6, Jurassic World Rebirth 7, Gladiator 2 coming in at number 8, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning coming in at 9, and Sinners at 10, and then it goes all the way down. Casino Royale is at 50 for the year. So yeah, it's a Working Man at 47. I could have done
Yeah,
without
that I
one.
can't quite. Yeah, I can't work out that one. That's the outlier there.
Yeah, yeah. Look at Interstellar though at 15. Much older title coming in at
But they're all demo sequences.
Exactly,
this is the thing,
exactly.
isn't it, which we talked about. Well, I suppose 25 is a bit of a strange one. A Complete Unknown's a bit of an outlier as
That's
well.
the title, everybody. Audio only. It's a complete unknown. We're not trying to tease you with the title. It's a complete unknown. It's actually the title.
Or as I said in the text, 31. I need to watch that. I've got the 4K
Black
disc.
Bag. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Everyone says it's great. I really do need to get around to seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's So, but yeah, that was. I thought that was pretty cool. But that's the idea. Is like, I mean, even with the Kaleidoscape though, it's like that to me is like that's how many people use a Kaleidoscape the way I do it. Right, jumping around, watching scenes, doing that. Not necessarily getting up, putting the disc in, watching the entire movie in its entirety, then moving on to the next one, But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. But everybody's doing their top 10s or their top whatevers. And so this week, this is actually, I'd like to thank Jeff from HD Report and our buddy Ralph Potts. How this all started was with Jeff. Jeff put this together years and years ago, and he invited me to do a show with him for HD Report, and he invited me and Ralph, and I was like, yeah, I'll come into this. And what's funny is those two came into it doing discs, right? The best discs, kind of like Shane did with his. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm bringing my, you know me, I'm a little stubborn, Steve. It's like I'm
Really? No.
kind of set in my ways, and it's like,
Say it ain't so.
it's like, okay, I'll tell you. And I was like, no, I'm coming into it with experiences, and every year I made sure to come in with a few streams in there, and they're like, but that's and we actually talked about it. It was an article. That's how it started, because Jeff was writing articles for HD Report, and I was happy to be included. So then we did the next year with the three of us did it because I was alone. And then, so that's how this all got started. So thanks to them. Ralph's going to be on soon anyways. I was hoping to have him this week. But with the holidays and everything, him and I have been chatting, but maybe for next week, we'll see. But, and I talked to Jeff recently. He's still doing HD Report, but he's doing some stuff out in LA right now. If you follow his Twitter feed on HD Report, he's doing well. He said, sorry, I missed your 500th show. He's like, I can't believe it's 500. But he's been following along. But yeah, that's how it all started. It's like, I'd never set out to do this like as an idea. I was doing my thing, but hey, this is how things happen. And here we are. It's like, how many years have we been doing this now? This is like fourth, I think, us 4 or 5.
Yeah,
I have
not 5 for me. I think you
them
might have been. I think mine's 3, maybe 4. Yeah, okay. I think so. Might be 4.
Yeah. So I got
just whilst you're looking at that, Paul's in the chat from Paul Frederick from PF Productions, saying what he thinks the top 5 will be. Paul, I'm not going to give anything away other than to say 2 of those aren't even in our top 10.
Let me see. Where is it? I won't read it, but I like having Paul's up. Oh, I bet the top 5. Oh, so you put it up.
Yeah, sorry. Well,
House of Dynamite, F1, Weapons, Warfare, and Sinners. Yeah.
2 of them aren't even in the top 10.
Yeah. It's like top 5. We'll include. He gives 5. So he's saying, I'll bet will include. That is the 5. That's your bet.
Yeah, there are 5. Yes.
Yeah, it's like, but you know what I mean? Like he's like, I'll bet the top 5 will include 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's that 5 or 5? Yeah, that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, that is not the top 5. Let's see, 2 of them, 3 of them.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, taking it down. Sorry,
3 of them are. 2 of them didn't make the top 10.
Yeah,
2 of them didn't make the top 10. One of them, didn't make the top. One of them didn't make the top 15.
Yeah. True. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it did. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to put the cat amongst the pigeons a bit.
That's that. And you know what's funny is whenever you read these things, whether you're going back to magazines from years ago, there was always, you're like, how did they not include that? And you're like, that's the point, right? We don't. I mean, and now that we're doing our own, we say it every year. It's like you don't do it on purpose. It's literally how it happens. And then you're like, it's like.
Although this year, again, as we were just saying, a little while ago, I think more care has been taken with me, and I think with you in terms of, because there's been so much quality this year, I've genuinely taken time to rewatch them, loved every second, and make sure the order just about reflects, for reasons we'll go through, an order. But the reality here is there's been so good this year that you can kind of, just poke a stick at any one of these and be like, well, that could have been number 1.
Yeah.
So good this year. Normally we have 3 or 4 that are vying for top spot, but I've got 9.
You were saying and I agree with that. It's like our top 9 could all be a number 1, and I could look at and I did. I looked at, we put our list together. We knew our list a week ago, right? It was pretty much a week ago. Like, well, I think by Wednesday we knew what we had. And John included in this list. Yeah. So John's been added into this list, and so a week ago we knew, but then you start, like you said, I went through the week and I've watched pretty much every single one of the top 10, except for one. And that would be the one we're talking about. But every single one, I was like, all right, maybe I'll move this to number 1. Maybe there's so much. Each one utilized the medium so well that you're like, oh my God. And when you're into it, and then that's part of that's what it's about, right? The experience. So when you're into the experience of it, you're just like, oh my God, this is, this has to be it. When you do scene by scene, it's not necessarily as impactful. But yeah, and 2 of these movies I watched for the first time this week.
Yeah, well, that's it. Exactly. There's a couple here. I want to know what you think of them. Yeah, I know they're on your list, but we haven't.
Had you seen them? One of them, I know one of them that I saw you had already seen, and I was waiting I wanted to get to it this week. And the other one, I think you saw for the first time, though, right?
No.
Oh, you've seen that one?
The end
number 9?
Yeah. Oh, no. I've reviewed it on the show.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. And John saw it too. And then but it was, it's way back.
Yeah. A lot of people had seen that. Told me to see it and everything. Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's, but yeah, it's so much to get to. And then, and on top of that, new movies are dropping. I can't wait to talk about. You have one you've already started for next week. Mine's on the way. I have another one that dropped today. I'm dying to watch.
Which I think I know what that is.
Yep. But it's I don't know. It's such a tireless job. It's just so
it's a tough job, but someone's got to do it.
Yeah. I did see something, was it on Twitter last night? Can anybody watch 1,000 movies in a year? And that'd be like, you'd have to watch 3 movies a day all year long. And I was like, oh, if I got paid to do it, yeah.
Well, I'm not even sure I could do that, to be honest. Not every day. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's lovely.
Yeah.
You know, when you've got a spare day to be able to do it, even though you feel mildly guilty when you get to that third
Yeah.
one. But not every day. It would become but that's the thing though, Deej. It becomes a job, not enjoyment. And I think
Right.
at that point that it tips over is when you lose it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you know, if I do 3 movies in a day, and I have done this week, whilst, you know, I've been doing this and loving every second, as I say, but I would not want this to be all day, every day.
No.
That would be bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all day, every day. It's like again, I'll probably talk about it with Ralph when I have him on. But people like that and Mike from AV Nirvana and stuff, it's like they watch movies because they have to. They have to review the good ones and the bad ones. That's hard. It's like we do that. We do what we want here. We get to watch. If we think it's bad, we don't watch it unless it's you and you're like, I think this might be bad, but I'll try it. The trailer look awful, but what the hell?
Well, I was going to, and I might, if we get time at the end, I do want to slightly anti-bright side it, Deej. With just
anti-bright side, what?
Anti-bright side. So your worst movie of the year, just one. You don't even have to explain why if you don't want to, but just one. So at least we can mildly balance it out. Because I know what mine is, and you know what mine is.
Yeah.
But I'd be curious to know what yours is.
Yeah.
So have a little think about that.
Worst of the year, huh?
Yeah, of the year. Yeah, you know, worst HT experience movie, whatever you want to call it, of the year. Because that opens up all kinds of different options.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Quite. Well, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one because
not for me, it's not. But you know that.
Yeah, I have a hard time with that one.
Yeah, I've got 2 that I would have, but one is the one I think I said at the time. So
yeah. All right. You want to? Do you have any other questions you want to get into the show?
There's no time for
once we get into the show, some eagle-eyed viewers might have seen over my shoulder over there on the speakers our new some new decorations in the room right now. But yeah, we could talk about that and anything else. You know, we'll keep it loose this week.
Loosey
goosey. That's right. All right. Let's see. Where do we get to our media assets? And I need to do a new show open for this. It's not the Christmas one, not the closing, not the.
We are Brightside Home Theater.
Right off the bat, we had technical difficulties. Hang on. Roadcaster just went kaput right when I did that.
Ooh.
Hang on. Give me
I've got an echo as well.
Do you? Oh, yep. And that's why we're doing this, Roadcaster. To chat. See? How's that?
Yep. Sounds okay. Done. Yep. We're here. We're live.
Everything's better. There we go. All right.
And from the top, and action.
And action. Hey, home theater nerds. Welcome to the Brightside Home Theater Podcast, a multi-award-winning and giving home theater podcast that's all about the experiences, the sights,
the sounds,
the multi-award-winning and giving scenes.
There we go. All right. Hey, can't expect everything to be smooth, right? With all the show prep this week. Well, my.
You know, it was all about the content this week, not so much about the delivery.
Yeah. I couldn't believe, I'm like, all of a sudden I go right into it and like all the sound went out, everything. I'm like, I couldn't hear myself, this thing. And then the Roadcaster does a reboot for some reason, right in the middle. I'm like, are you kidding me? So hopefully all's going well on that end. But yeah. All right.
Okie dokie dokie. Wowzers. What a week. What a week. What a week.
Yes.
And the opening, of course, was apt even more than usual because it was a countdown from 10.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
Smooth.
And so, in true fashion, we didn't rehearse a damn thing. How do you want to start this? You want to go over the award first, and then we'll go.
Yeah,
over...
yeah. Because people need to know what we're giving out. You can't give out an award without telling them what it is first. So, I think it's time for you to lay upon the viewer and or listener the awesomeness that is the award that you came up with.
Yeah, it's that I'd say because it was
your great idea.
Yeah, but it came from everybody's information and people. It couldn't, like I said weeks ago, it can't be the BS awards, right? You can't do that. No, and it's like, but. So we got it, Bright Side of the Force Awards, the Big Banger, the Beamers. That's a whole other contest. The Shining picks. But we did, and Greg sent in a few, and this one was really good. I thought the Loomies from Bright Side. It was like AKA Bright, could be best overall picture or something like that. He said the Woofies for best bass. He also said the Briggsies for obvious reasons, but that's just too on the nose, right? But all of this, and it was like even the Briggsies idea kind of got the Loomies, the Briggsies, the Big Banger with Big Bang Theory. But the idea of it was like something about us. Something that, like, how do you come up with that? And I'm sitting here, and what do I always say? And it just hit me one day last week, like a lightning bolt. Like, literally, I was sitting here. There's something on my desk that I'll tell you about in a second. And I saw it, and I'm like, yeah, how can I incorporate that? And when I say this hits you like a lightning bolt, it's like you get an idea, and it's like in a millisecond, every other thought falls into place because you're like, okay, so there's something sitting on my desk that will become the award, right? And I'll reveal that in a minute. But then I was like, well, the Oscars or the Academy Awards, they give away a statue, but the statues are called Oscars. So what do we give them away? Like, what do we name our award, right? Because it needs a name, because you can't this, although we could. Now, this is also all inspired by #dork. They have the Dorkies, right? And we were that. Now, again, you have the Dorkies, and of all things, have you hit on that one yet, Steve? On what this one could have been called if we don't name it? Because the Dorkies and the, you know what I'm saying? So it's too on the nose with that. If we just left it So people right now are like, what are you talking about? All right. So I have this little guy sitting on my desk with everything that's been going on, and this was months and months ago. I got this. This little guy is sitting on my desk, and it's a positive donkey. Okay. Larissa gave it to me with all the crap going on. Like something went south somewhere. And she's like, and it's like, you're a badass, get to it. Right. So they give away these, or not give away. You can buy the $9. I know what they are. They're $9 on Amazon. So I'm like, oh, we could give away a donkey. Because I've always said we're like donkeys. I'm a donkey in the basement. I'm an idiot. Right. Come to find out the story behind donkeys. They're one of the most intelligent animals, hardworking. So I always like that. It's like a way of talking bad about yourself, but you're really not. You're like, I'm just a donkey. So awards could be a donkey. But then, and again, like I said, like a lightning bolt, this all hit me in like a millisecond. What could we name it? And I'm like, the Oscars are the Oscars. I'm like, what could we name this thing? I'm like, I can't even remember what names I had before I came up with this. But how do we end the show every week? And that's where I told John about it. And John was like, John had a good name that it was pretty funny. But yeah, here we go. Drum roll. And now we got the dogs going off. They're all excited about it too. How do we end the show every week? Hey, Fred. Right. And I'll say it again here for new listeners. We haven't talked about this in a long time. Do you remember where that came from?
I didn't know. Yeah, no, I didn't know until you told me.
Really?
This week. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. I forgot to ask, to be fair.
Yeah. Listeners have asked in the past, where did that come from? And I've told people, I think I said it on maybe a Takeover Tuesday or something like that. But where Hey Fred comes from and why it's Hey Fred Productions, and this goes way, way back to chat too. Maybe that's where I told it too. That it was always Hey Fred Productions. So where Hey Fred comes from is my dad. He worked in a cubicle in a big computer company. And back in like the 70s and stuff, it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool. You weren't allowed to be like lovey-dovey as a man. So in the cubicle, you couldn't hang up with your wife on the phone where the whole building can hear you and say, love you, bye, click, and hang up. So he used to say, Hey Fred, instead. And then it turned into he'd leave sticky notes around the house for my mom. Hey Fred, just as a reminder. It meant I love you. So that's how I ended the show, like, Hey Fred. And it's like, and I love you. Thanks to the listeners. Love you. Bye. That's where Hey Fred comes from. So how do you not name your donkey, that your award donkey, Fred? It's a Freddy. So you see, and and then the award is the I love you to this whatever is going to win. And if, like I said before the show started, we have 4 of them sitting back, 3 actually, but there's 4 awards for this year. Maybe it'll expand next year because I thought of doing it and doing even more now that we actually do have an award, which I thought was funny because a couple of weeks ago, you're like, should we do more awards? I go, nah, let's stay in our lane and just do one. And here we are.
Well, I like to inspire.
Yeah. So, and you did. So we have 4 awards this year, and we'll get to them. And that's the image that I had. That's the first image I sent to you guys. I made up these little donkeys. They actually come with like a little placard when you buy them on Amazon, and I changed it. I printed these up. But this one here I sent to you guys, and I'm like, oh, great, for the home theater experience of 2025. But it doesn't say what it is. So I had to redo all the graphics. I had to redo all the cards and everything and change it. So those are what are behind us right now. But this is the little guy. This is the little donkey, and they're about yay big. There's a bunch of them. I'll grab them later. They're that big.
Yeah. And I've just found them on Amazon UK.
Yeah. So
can I get a fake one then, Deej? Can I do a fake one?
They're all fake, really.
Well, but they're not printed. You have to send me the little thing so I can print it
say it'd be easier for me to print out the little card and have you hot glue it yourself. All you do is that little card is just hot glued to them. So, so yeah. So
all right. So here begins my campaign then for your consideration, Deej.
Yes.
Okay. Second best co-host on Brightside Home Theater podcast. Steve George. Okay. For your consideration.
For my
second best co-host. Yeah. Campaign starts now.
Second
next
best.
year.
Yeah. Is that what you get, a donkey for second best? Everyone gets a trophy?
Yeah, well, I obviously John's first best. All right.
First,
I get to be
but
the
see,
co-host.
I don't consider any of us hosts or we're all hosts. So we're all hosts.
Well, third best host then.
Yeah.
It's like for your consideration.
It's a 3-way tie. It's a 3-way tie.
I'm glad you said tie at the end. Otherwise, all kinds of other things come up. Anyway,
oh boy, and we're off to a running start.
Best innuendo goes to.
And I just got a text. The reason the dogs were barking, the 4th donkey has arrived in the building.
Hey, is it a real one? Is that what
the
set
4th
dogs up?
The 4th donkey has arrived in the building. So
hey, nice.
Give me the thing, I'll glue it. Larissa just said. All right, I'll take. Yeah, if she's watching, get in here and grab it. Okay, hang on. Okay.
Oh, damn it, Jordan's. I'm not even winning that, right? Jordan
What's
just
that?
says the award for second best co-host go to DJ's hat. What the
Yeah.
hell? I'm like third best.
Third
co-host.
best. There we go. Sophia.
God damn it! What the heck?
And the reason Steve's upset is because he can't argue. He's like,
No,
yeah,
I'm not
that's a
arguing.
good choice. Good
All's
choice.
best.
Yeah.
Let's see how we go.
Yeah.
I'll take what I get given. You
Yeah,
know,
that's funny.
I know. Most British co-host on the right side.
Yes.
Then I've got that. It's the category of one.
Yeah.
I'll probably come second then.
How about
John Thompson will come first.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Oh man. Yeah. I'm nowhere near your house.
Yeah.
So yes, so this is what they are. For forever forward. The donkeys are called, because that's the thing. The dorkies,
the
these are the
Freddies.
donkeys,
The Freddies,
these
are
are the Freddies. So these are the Freddies. You're winning a Freddy. And as you said earlier, like, are we mailing these out to the studios? I'm like, sure. That'd be nice to know. That'd be nice to see.
Yeah.
And it gives you ideas, right? Like all of a sudden you're like, now we're like, oh, we could do this and we could do that and and I'm like, so first and foremost, I would like to set a rule. It's gotta be for like experiences or not products. We are not. We are not getting into that. There are so many people out there doing that, and there's so many products out there. We are not ever doing products.
No, especially not hair products.
No. Well, yeah.
Polish all day long.
Yes.
Hair polish.
But it's going to be experiences. And I think we have 4 for this year that are perfect. 3 of them will go on. I think 1 is going to get retired immediately. and we can, and that's the rule. We can make those rules, right? We don't have to keep doing the same one, but 3 of them will go on, and maybe next year we'll add a few more to that too. And that's why I said I think we'll keep an eye on it as the year goes and talk about it as we go and what's going to be the best and stuff like that. Already have stuff in mind for this year, what, and one of them we already talked about, because we do have a list here that includes some without 4K, some without Atmos or and we talked about that this week. But yeah, so yeah, is that exciting?
It's awesome. It's very cool. But I do want one. I'm just saying. And if I have to buy an English one and mess with it, then I will.
Well, I think the best thing is I could just, if you bought the donkey and then I just mail you the little card and you just.
Or email it and I can print it off. I mean, I've got to print it.
Yeah, I do them on the little, I have Larissa has card stock. I cut it and print it.
It's a glamorous assistant, Deej.
Yep. Oh, where you go? All right, hang on. I got to unplug my headphones. She doesn't want to be seen. Hang on.
I can see the door. There we go.
There you go.
Very glamorous assistant.
Thank you.
See, this is like in the award shows where this would normally be commercials now, a break, and then we come back and it's all smooth.
All right.
There we go. Right.
Can't hear anything, but now I'm plugged back in. Now I can.
Okay, you there?
I'm here.
Normally, I was just saying, normally in award shows, that's where you cut to commercials.
Yeah, we don't.
Well, you sort all that up,
Yeah.
Just, man.
Brightside Home Theater brought to you by. Yeah. So I have 3 of the awards here now. One is in production.
Okay. Yeah.
One is in production. But yes, so I have 3 here. So yeah, you want to get to, why don't you start us off with, let's say hi to the chat. Let's do that.
Yeah. I was going to say, because there's plenty of people in, and it's just polite, dude. It's just polite.
It's fair.
So Jay Van Gool was in first. Hey, Jay. He's in with some CES chat, which we might get to. Dom's in. Bonsoir, Dom.
How you
doing, buddy? Steve Hat's in the chat. Hey, Steve. Paul Hurt's in, recovering from some surgery. So we're not allowed to make him laugh, Deej, without giving him some warning. So, hey, Paul, hope you feel better soon, buddy. You're not in too much pain. We might just send you to sleep. Then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Elahi Diaz is in. Feliz Año Nuevo. So he's in. So saying hello to him. Paul's in. Paul Frederick from PF Productions. I think we're going to have to start calling him Paul F, because we've got Paul Hurt, and we keep saying PF Productions, but we know it's Paul. So I think it's going to have to be Paul F. Paul F for Freddie.
Okay. There you go.
There you go. Works. And Jack Lee's in. Hey, Jack. I don't know if you're back in Oz yet, buddy, or whether you're still in the UK, but hope you're doing okay. And Jordan's in. Hey, Jordan. Happy New Year, buddy. Vibe Installs is in. Holger's in. Hey, Holger. Good to see buddy. Captain's in. And I think I saw C Big is in as well. Scruffy Kingman's in. Hey guys. Eric Ridgely's in. Hey buddy. And who else did I see as well? Yeah, C Big's in, as I said.
Say Marcus.
Yeah, Scruffy's in. Blind Guy's in. Hey buddy, good to see you again.
Wave.
Yeah, Marcus is in. Yeah, go wave. Honestly, you're gonna get us into trouble, Deej. Yeah, no, lots of people in, and good to see some people that we haven't seen for live, at least for a couple of weeks. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah,
So
nice.
we are here. So indeed, 1, 2, Freddie's coming for you. There we go. Just need the music, Deej.
One, yeah, except yeah. Oh my god. Let's see. What did I want to do? Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
Oh,
we're all here, President correct, gathered
Nice.
and assembled.
All
A
right.
hush descends upon the crowd.
Crowd.
For
All right.
for the unveiling. Now, what are we going to do there, Deej? Are we going to rattle through 29 to 11 quickly then, or are we going to just go straight in with the 10?
Let's talk about the 29 through 11, however you would like, because
Sure.
so let everybody know. You want to do a little bit of background. I have a list here that in Excel. Steve sent me 20. I had 16 movies. Steve had 20 movies, and John sent us his raw top 10. And because of John and his work and everything, he's like, I don't know what I have. He wasn't even sure he was going to. I'm like, no, please do. He's like, you don't have to use it if you don't want. I'm like, nope, we're using it. So what we did was, even Steve and I, we had some movies that the other person didn't have. So for rankings in years past, what we do is if it's your number one movie, it gets a score of 1. And if it's 2, it gets 2. And then like golf, the person with the movie with the lowest number is number 1, and so forth all the way down. So how do you score it when the movie isn't ranked by the other participants? In years past, what I did is I gave it like a score of 11 because we were just doing over 10 or something like that. I gave it a score of 11 to keep it fair. But this year there was a lot of differences, especially when John came in, that other people didn't have. So what I did was, Steve and I were pretty close. We had like a few variables here and there. Obviously, he had 4 movies I didn't have because he had 4 more movies. So what I did in that case, and this was even before John came in, is like I took, and you know, with respect to Steve, I'm like, chances are I'd probably see it the same way he did. So the 4 movies that weren't in, I was at 16 movies. I ranked them in numerical order of like 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So then when John came in, if it was a movie that Steve and I didn't have together, it would get the rank appropriate to what that was. But Steve and I had already had ours put together. So most of them, basically the top 12, I think, were already ranked. And so if John didn't have it, and then it would get the corresponding ranking. So the next one after that would be 11 for John, then 12. And that gave it what worked out really fair scoring to everything. It kept everything, you know, right in order. It did one flip flop. It took 1 out of the top 10 and flipped it with another one that was 11th, which was really funny. And I love that it did that because it was a, you know, we'll talk about it when we get there. But like Steve said, the top 9, you could literally just, any one of them can be top 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And and we have a great mix between discs, Kaleidoscape, and streaming. It's, I mean, we have, even in the top 10, we have 2 movies that are streamed. One of them almost made number 1. Almost made, it was very close. Very close until John came in. And he didn't rank it, but it still kept it the way it was. So that was cool. I was glad to see that. But yeah, it's so yeah, that's how we ranked everything. I'll show the graphic afterwards. I'll post it online and how everything shook out and stuff like that. So, but yeah, you want to start us off with the
29th
honorable mentions? Yeah,
yeah. Now that's what these are, aren't they? And they are all from this year. So there isn't an honorable mention for Monster Calls Paul F, but that doesn't mean it's not a great disc. So okay, so yeah, so we'll do these quite quickly then. So because some of them you haven't seen, Deej, and I could talk very quickly about them. So 29 then is Final Destination Bloodlines, which you haven't seen, Deej, I'm assuming.
No.
Okay, so the most recent Final Destination movie, it's supposed to have been a reboot, soft reboot, which it is. Beautiful looking Warner's disc, really good sound. And very, very cool indeed, but just not as cool as the other 28. But still very, very good indeed. So 28 then is one you've seen, Deej, and that is the reissue but new to 4K edition of Rush, which I had put quite higher on my list, although not in the top 10. And yet it says what a good year it's been that it isn't higher, because it was an awesome disc and an awesome sound as well. And we both really enjoyed it, didn't we, Deej? I think we both thought it was great.
Oh yeah.
And absolutely well worth picking up for anyone this side of the Atlantic, because it's only out, I think, in the US, and I had to import it. So for those over this side of the Atlantic that want to get it, you cannot go wrong with that disc. It is well worth picking up. Right, do you want to talk 27 then? Because I haven't seen this.
Okay, so 27 comes in via John. Neither of us had it listed. John had it ranked as his number 10 movie. Netflix's The Old Guard 2. And when this came out, I believe it was in around July or August of this year. And the two of us raved about it. I loved the first movie, really enjoyed the second movie. The image quality, it's Netflix, right? And just looking at our list here, it's like Netflix is really jumping to the forefront for quality production, audio, video. It's in 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. The first movie was a stunner, and the second movie, same thing. It was, in years past, this would rival discs. It's that good. But now discs are getting better too, which is kind of what we always thought would be happening, right? It's like when you think streaming is going to get better and catch up to physical media, well, physical media is not going to stand still. They want you to stream it, and they want people like us to to seek out the best possible, right? And if they're both the same, one of them's got to go. And I don't think the studio, as much as everybody says physical media is dying, they don't want it to. It's a moneymaker, right? So you need to keep that in mind.
Okay.
This is the first example at 27. This is the first of many examples we're going to go through of streaming media being in there. So
Paul F., newly dubbed, says, are these sound and image ranked only, or does the story of the disc factor into? It's all of it, Paul. It's all of it. We're talking about the experiences here, and where one rises above the other. So where it's an okay story but an awesome sound mix, we will say that. So we'll explain why it is we like it. But overall, it's the experiences. So we're not just doing one or the other. So just so you're aware.
Okay.
All right, so 26, that is Minecraft. Seen that, Deej?
Well, actually, along the lines of that question.
Oh, yeah, go on. Sorry.
We do have question, are these sound and image ranked only, or does the story and disc? So we do have some awards coming up where it would be sound or image.
Oh, yes. Yeah, but we'll flag that, won't we?
Well, yes, of course. But yes, it is the overall experience, as you said. So everything comes, and that's it's going to be interesting to talk about. It's a great question, Paul, because it is going to come into play. And if people see our rankings and then see our awards, they'll be like, well, how did that one win, but it didn't have any of the other things? And it's a great question, Paul, because it's like, that's why we get into, it's all about the experiences, right? Yeah. And it's like, you can have the best audio, but it doesn't mean it's the marriage of everything, right? So, all right.
Okay. All right.
Moving on.
Yeah, because we've got to rattle through these. So Minecraft, have you seen that yet, Deej? Minecraft?
The Oscars always go long. Are we going to have to music if we start talking too long?
Yeah, someone said that earlier. Yeah, we're going to get the music track after 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Minecraft. Have you seen that yet?
No,
Yeah.
I have
No.
not. I have
So
not.
I've seen it twice. I saw it in theaters. Saw the 4K disc. This is our 26. Yeah, really good disc. Another Waters disc. Waters dominate this list. Actually, they could be the most awarded home theater studio for us anyway this year.
Wow.
So it's another Warner's disc. Yeah, lovely, three-dimensional, really, really good, but not as good as up there as some of the others that we're about to talk about in a little while. But still, very, very good.
Mhm.
And I felt remiss in not at least acknowledging that it is very, very good indeed. And of course, we talked 6-7 a lot this last few weeks. This was the previous meme that was everywhere, which was Chicken Jockey, which got everybody all excited.
Okay.
Don't ask me why, Deej. I don't know. Kids today, eh? Kids today. But there we go. All right. So 25 then. This will be another one for me. This is 28 years later, because I don't think you've seen this one, Deej.
Nope, I have not. I almost was going to try to take it in for this week, but you had it ranked at 14th. So I didn't see I mean, if you had it ranked higher, like in the top 10, I might have tried to, but it was at 14. You had it at 14, and even like Minecraft, you had it 17. Yeah, Rush, you had it 19, and Final Destination was your 20th. So I'll let those scores as we go as well. But
well, and of course, you've got to look forward to your favorite title of this year, Deej. 28 years later, The Bone Temple is coming out in a couple of weeks.
Oh, my God.
Jeez. Look out for that. But yeah, 28 years later now, that's a Sony disc. Looks and sounds great. Really, really good. And an interesting story as well, bearing in mind that he's telling a story that last was taken up in 2007. So really clever, beginning of a new trilogy, and they have greenlit the third one, so they're obviously happy enough with the first one and the second one that's yet to come out. But yeah, it's a really good disc, really well done and well worth seeing, and again could easily have been higher on any number of lists. Very, very good. So yeah, well worth seeing. All right.
All right.
Right.
Next
you
one.
The next one then, because I haven't seen this.
Okay, next one. I saw most of this season 2 of Wednesday on Netflix. Another streaming one. This coming in from John. This was his number 9 ranking. And again, another quality production from Netflix. If you've seen this series, it's in Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. It's dark. There is a lot of dark. So like the picture quality in this and the detail in the shadows and stuff, very, very good. This series, I loved season 1. Was really enjoying season 2. Honestly, don't know why I fell off of it, other than just everything else that I'm doing. But yes, very, very good quality. And again, another example of how good streaming is getting. But Wednesday season 2, if you love season 1, definitely start season 2, and you will be you'll be happy with the overall experience as well. So. All right.
All right. So 23 then is Sony disc. This is Until Dawn, which John and I both reviewed in consecutive weeks, if I remember rightly. And I think he reviewed it when I was down. I was away. So I watched it one week, then I was away, and he watched it in the interim. So yeah, Sony disc. This one, very, very nice. And I toyed with putting this in my top 10. I really did. But again, because of the quality of all of the others, it just pushed it out. Where did I have it on my list, Deej? What number
16.
did I have it? There we go. So
16.
Yeah, I really did kind of wrestle with that.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. Looks amazing, sounds really good, and it's a fun story, horror story, a bit of a Rashomon style. People come across a hotel, they go into it and realize that every night they die, and they relive the same night, dying again and again and again.
Yeah, Groundhog Day.
Fix what's going on. Yeah, exactly that, with death. It's really fun, and I did enjoy it, and it's well worth seeing again. It's a great experience, just not to the quality of all the others.
And it is funny, you're like, I messed with putting it in your top 10, and it came in 16.
Yeah, well, quite.
right?
Yeah,
Out of
yeah,
20,
yeah.
you know, and you're like, and it's it's like that hard to pick because you're like, once you move something,
Mm.
everything slots down. You're like, oh, I can't, no, it's not better than that, but it is better. Oh, it's so hard. Yeah. Next, at 22, this one here, I had on my, this was my 16th, could have been higher. I actually had it higher ranked. No, I'm sorry. Did I have it? Yes, I did. I had it. Oh, you had it. Oh, you had it 18th. I had it 15th. I'm sorry. I was looking at the.
Yeah, I mean, again, it should have been higher.
Yeah, it's so yeah. So this one here is it's Dirty Harry. You had it on disc. I watched it on Kaleidoscape, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, on both mediums, and you had it at 18th. I had it at 15th of my 16 movies, and yeah. And again, this one here, when it came out, we talked about it like this is going to be in the top 10. It is that good. We thought of this like we thought of Terminator, the quality that like the entire thing. It was like a whole new movie, right?
Yeah.
And again, here we go. It's like you had it 18, I had it 15. It's like, yeah, it's not really close to our top 10, but at the time we wanted it to be. So
yeah. Oh, I mean, it's another Warner's disc, Atmos. You know, that they did not need to put on this. They didn't have to do that. And yet they have, and it sounds great. And it looks awesome. You haven't seen Dirty Harry till you've seen this. And it's one of my favorite movies, and they've done it justice. It's awesome. So yeah, highly recommended, but just not highly enough, obviously.
Yeah. Exactly. So not on our list. All right. Number 21, another Netflix. This one here really needs the 4K Dolby Vision that it gets, and that is Sandman season 2. You talk about great special effects, great, everything, and for the video quality has to be there. Otherwise, this entire series would be awful if the video quality wasn't up to their standards, and obviously, and even the audio as well. I saw, again, this is another one I saw most of. This was John had it ranked number 8. Steve and I did not have it ranked, but it definitely, that's why I loved having John's come in here giving us this list, because it gives notoriety to stuff like this that really does deserve it. But yes, Sandman season 2, very, very good, and again, the production quality of these streams are just, are getting up there. So 20 is
Talking of which,
yep, another Netflix, Frankenstein, which we all saw, right? You saw it.
Oh yeah.
And again, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos quality. This was shown in theaters, a week before. John Thompson loved it. Right?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Didn't he love it? And then we all saw it. We couldn't wait to see it. And honestly, this is one of those ones that we were all very impressed by it. I didn't write it down. So when I made my list, I didn't see it or remember it until John put it in, and I was like, well, it's too late now. And maybe I should have wrote it down. I don't know. But it is one of those. John had it at number 7. If I had remembered it, I think I definitely would have had it. And maybe I would have had 17. I don't know where I would. It's so hard to go back through and be like, where would I slot this in? But it is that good. It is that good. I really enjoyed it. I remember, did you enjoy the movie? You didn't enjoy the movie as much. You did love the production quality, though.
Oh, yeah. The audio video experience was second. Well,
to all
20
of these.
seconds to none. Yeah,
20 seconds.
20 seconds to none. It looked and sounded amazing, but my problem was it just hewed too closely to the story we've already seen, and so every beat of it was just like, okay, I've seen this, okay, know where this goes, and I found that tiresome, but I did love how it looked and sounded, and Guillermo del Toro could. I mean, that guy could film a phone box and make it look gothic. He's incredible.
Well, if you put Superman in it, yeah.
Well, indeed, Super Frankenstein. Although Jacob Elordi, was it, that played the monster? I think it is, and he's apparently in the front running to be Bond. Apparently,
Oh,
I thought
wow.
he'd be way too tall to be Bond.
Yeah,
He's more
Bond's
Jack
supposed to
Reacher.
be discreet, walk into a room, and it's like
Yeah.
he's supposed to look good in a suit, but not stand out like, oh yeah,
There he is.
yeah, there he is.
But he's apparently
Pick
in the
him out of
running
a
to be,
crowd.
he would be the one that stands above everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so
So,
next one then, so number 19.
So 19, do you want to talk about did you see this at all?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did, but I never finished it.
Okay.
And I hang my head in
So
shame
this is
that I haven't.
John's number 6 on Apple TV Plus.
Yes, this is Chief of War, which John and
Jason
I both
Momoa.
raved about. Yes, yeah. Mainly, most of the time they're speaking in Hawaiian, and it's subtitled. There's quite a bit of English as it goes on, but it's a beautiful looking and sounding series. And I think it's the last 2 episodes I haven't seen. I just fell off it. But I do need to see them. John and I both raved about it. We both really liked the series. I'm not surprised that he's put this in here because, as I said, he really, really enjoyed it. It didn't really occur to me to put that in. There are, in my view, better experiences. And so it wasn't even on my top 20. But that's not to necessarily disparage it. Again, it's a hell of a list this year. So, yeah. But anyone that hasn't seen it, I do recommend it. And it is well worth seeing, as I know John would say, were he here.
Yes, he would. Absolutely. All right.
Okay, right. Next one. Here's some controversy then. This is our first controversial one, I think, Deej, in terms of our numbers. Yeah. I think a lot of people would have put it higher. Yeah.
Oh, okay. People are gonna be upset with us. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Have at it. Yeah, have at it, please.
Yeah.
All right.
18?
At our number 18, both Steve and I had ranked. John did not. Steve taking it on disc. I took it in on Kaleidoscape, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. This year's 2025 Superman.
Yeah.
And get it. And Steve had it as his 15th. I had it at my 11th, right outside the top 10. It was people can come at us for it, but I mean, obviously I know you and we can both justify everything that's ahead of it on our list. I'd be like, no, it didn't have that overall experience that the ones ahead of it did.
I agree.
And it's funny because we have some movies here, like our number 10, I had this ahead of it, but because of the scoring with the 3 of us, that's how it shakes out. So, it's a great movie. It's great HDR. Really, really great. I mean, it's vibrant. It's everything. I thought everything about it is great. It's fantastic. The audio, spinning around the room. There's so much action. There's so much that one particular scene with was it Mr. Fantastic? Yeah. And like he does the whole bubble thing and that audio around. I mean, there's so many great demo scenes in there, but I think this speaks more to the rest of the list than it does to the movie itself.
Yeah. I think that's right. I mean, again, and of course, another Warner's disc. They were everywhere in this list, including the next one. Because I only watched this disc recently, and funny enough, I put it in our folder to talk about, and then I took it out again because it was there a few weeks, and I remember thinking, well, I liked it a lot, but it's not enough to then redo it. So eventually, I just took it out because it does look really good and it sounds really good, but it doesn't, to me, sound awesome.
Yeah,
it's not a kind of get in here, see that, check this out. It doesn't really ever do that. So it does look great, sounds great, but not to that must see, drop everything, come see it. And that for me is why it was down my list.
Yeah.
When you compare it to some of the barnstorming experiences that are above
what we have coming. Yeah. Exactly.
All right. And the next one's controversial as well, then, Deej. Number 17. Oh, we're gonna get
we all had this at the time. We all said this could be the home theater experience of the year, and here it is at 17. Both you and I had it ranked. I had it 12th. I'm sorry, I had it 14th. You had it 12th. You're on disc, me on Kaleidoscape, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. John didn't have this ranked, but weapons, and we both had it. I couldn't talk more glowingly about it when we reviewed it on the show, and then
Well,
here it is at 17.
well, in full disclosure, Deej, I have only seen the stream of it. I rented
okay.
it because I've got it waiting for me to go and get it. Long story, but anyway, I need to pick it up. So I've only seen the stream of it, which is why I couldn't put it higher. And I've only
Okay.
seen it once. And if ever there's a movie that needs to be seen more than once,
Yeah.
especially after a few days to let it settle,
Yeah.
it's this one. And rest assured, I will see it again soon. But for me, it's not a showy movie. I didn't think that it was a particularly showy audio and video experience. Sorry, dry throat again, guys. Apologies for the coffee. Still not. You could probably hear my voice. I've still not quite kicked this cold. And it wasn't. It's a very interesting story, very unusually told. But I didn't find it a barnstorming home theater experience from the stream. I make that clear, not the disc. And it may well be very different on disc, but that's why it was lower for me.
Yeah.
But I get that there are a lot of people that say Weapons is their movie of the year, and they put it higher than other horrors and say this is a 2025 movie. But not for me compared to some of the other very cool
And what's
stuff
funny is you had it higher ranked than I did. You had it 12th. I had it 14th. And I again, everything that comes after it in my rankings, I'd be like, no, I just didn't. I remember some of the HDR. I remember commenting on it, how good it was at the time. And like, you needed to have that rich HDR experience for the storytelling. And, but then at the same time, I thought the audio was excellent as well. And but then when it comes time to start ranking, you're like, the ones that are ahead of it, you just can't argue. You can't. So, all right. Number 16. This is John, and I couldn't agree more. And I love that he put this in because it's another one that maybe I should have remembered. But John had it as his number 5, Disney Plus's Daredevil Born Again. And the story itself, people complained about not enough Daredevil, too much. I loved the story. I really did. I enjoyed the story. I loved the storytelling. I thought the opening episode got a little wonky there with some of the action. But then that kind of tempered and played out. They did use variable aspect ratio, which kind of screwed with you only a couple of times in the entire series. Which if you're going to do it like all the time. Don't just do it like once or twice in a, 8 episode series. But yeah, I thought the production quality of this video audio, was excellent. Absolutely excellent. And I can see why John had it 5th. And it gets Disney Plus in there. Disney, but they've all been it's funny. The only one, and we say it every year, the only one that isn't in here is Amazon. Their production quality, just their, content hasn't made it. I don't think they've ever made it. They might have had one.
Tomorrow War. The Tomorrow War.
Tomorrow War was one, and I thought, what was the Lord of the Rings one?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that the Lord of the Rings, or was it?
Rings of
Lord
Power.
Yep, Rings of Power. That might have been in there.
I think season 1 we talked. I think we put in there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So
I still haven't seen season 2. Need to do that.
All right, for another week. All right.
So now top 15. Now then.
Now we're into the top 15. If you want to take this one, since we both had it ranked, it's pretty
bit
close too.
Yeah, it's a bit of a cheat. 15.
Well, you had only the second. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this then is Tron / Tron Legacy.
Yes.
No one come at us for this. We put 2 into 1.
Well, to be fair, you had Tron Legacy, and I couldn't. I had already ranked them myself, and I couldn't decide between the two. So I put them together because I thought the video on them both and the upgrade, it's all part of that story. Obviously, Tron Legacy being the more recent one is gonna have a leg up. But I thought what the work they did on the original, it deserved to be included. So that's why I did. I made the executive decision, Tron Legacy, putting them in there. And you had it at 13th. I had it at 12th. John didn't have it ranked. So
Yeah, Tron Legacy is just ridiculously three-dimensional, and that's why I had it there. By the way, public service announcement tomorrow: Tron Ares is on Disney Plus,
Oh.
IMAX enhanced. By the
Oh,
way,
okay.
yeah, so it's not out on disc here until Monday, so I'm gonna watch that tomorrow
So
if I
that
can. So I can
that
compare
could
the
be
two.
up for a
Yeah,
Freddy next year because I
yeah, it could.
that
Yeah,
I've seen I have it on Kaleidoscape already and it is very good.
yeah. Oh,
So
I'm looking
we'll
forward
be
to that.
talking
I haven't
about
seen
that.
it at all yet. So anyway, yeah. So they're both great, as you say. I agree. Tron Legacy, awesome. The slight edge to Legacy in terms because, as you say, it's newer, and you've got the variable aspect ratios, which just make it go
Yeah.
crazy. It's beautiful and really, really good. So yeah, well, a worthy entrant at number 15.
Yep.
So that takes us to number 40. Deej, you better talk about this. I haven't seen this one.
I haven't seen it either. This is John's entry, his number 4, Stranger Things season 5 on Netflix, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. I can only comment on the other seasons, and this is one of those series that, I mean, you're not watching this out in the living room. You're watching this in your theater. This is, I mean, every seasons 1 through 4 are home theater juggernauts. So I see why I'm glad he's been keeping up on it. That's why there's 3 of us. I haven't started it yet. It's one of those like I know once I start it, I'll just binge my way through it, and I don't have the time. So I want to when I get it. This would have been the week to do it. I could have had some time, but I took the time to watch a whole
Revisit
all of these things. So yeah, Netflix. This is the last Netflix or streaming content we talk about until literally the top 5. So
Yep.
so yeah, Stranger Things season 5.
Okay,
Let's see.
so number 13.
Lucky number 13. This is John's number 3. And this comes in on disc, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. It was it Dolby Atmos? Yeah. It got the Atmos track.
It was a new Atmos track. Yeah.
The one we've been looking for, the one we talked about ahead of time. So Master and Commander, John had it at number 3. Some people were disappointed in this. I think you were one of them, Steve. There we go.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I wanted.
You wanted more
been
bass.
looking forward to this. Yeah, I've been jonesing for this disc forever, and of course, we had early advance notice that it was coming, months and months before it was announced, and I had heard and thought that it was going to be, it not just look good but sound good, and yet the bass was lacking for me. And I get why we talked about why didn't we ad nauseum as to why the bass may not be as fulsome as it could have been. But I was still disappointed with it. And I again, it does look great. It sounds good. The envelopment's there, but it's the bass that just feels wrong. It just feels thin. It feels.
You just wanted more.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
More impactful.
I wanted the room to move, and it doesn't. It just, it's disappointing. And it's why I don't think I even had it in my top 20.
Yeah.
And yet, who would have thought it? If you'd said to me last year, because we knew it was coming. When this comes out, it won't even be in your top 20. I would have said, get the heck out of here. But there it is.
Yeah. So all right. That was And so now we're
this
into
the next one, Deej.
this. Yeah. I it's so funny. This was my I had it ranked number 10. You had it just outside the top 10 at 11. John didn't have it ranked. You have it on disc. I have it on Kaleidoscape, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. I raved about this movie. I could not wait to talk about it. I was like, this is it. This was early in the year. I was like, this is the number 1. This is it. Warfare.
Yeah.
Warfare. And I talked about it. I just talked about it this week with John Mensler. He texted me. I think he watched the stream and he didn't enjoy it. He's like, I don't understand I'm like, you kind of got to see it. That scene, and you and I talked about it, the scene, what is it, show of force, I think they call it.
Yeah, show of force, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the jet comes in and they do it 3 times. The middle time, it's not as impactful, but I think they do that they do it outside, a scene inside, and then else. I mean, it is the way they use the audio in this movie, I thought was really, really good. I thought the weapons were all well represented. I really enjoyed it. But when it came time, I'm like, it was my number 10, but it's like I'm not going to argue over what's ahead of it. I couldn't, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. First, I've seen it twice. First time I saw it was streaming, funny enough, on Amazon Prime, and I was underwhelmed for various reasons. It's worth going back and listening to the review a bit because I took it to task a little bit.
Yeah.
But I still imported the 4K disc from the US, and I watched it again, and I did enjoy it more. The video and audio is definitely better on disc. There is no doubt about that. And I did enjoy it. It just lacks a certain something as a film for me. I don't know. It's missing something, which is why it was lower on my list, because there are some movies above it and it's certainly in our top 10 that had a visceral reaction from me. Yeah. And this just never really did that. So for whatever reason, it didn't quite land with me. And that's why it's lower for me. And I think it's probably about right outside of the top 10, given the quality of what's ahead of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, here's our final honorable mention. This one got knocked out of the top 10.
It did.
I hate to say by John, but because he ranked one that I had ranked and you hadn't, but he did not rank this one. This one I had it at 13. You had it at 7. You had it in your top 10. And John not having it ranked, it dropped it to 11. And that is Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. And so, yeah, you want to talk about it since you have this highest ranked.
Quite. I did. No, I was the last person to see it though, because I didn't see it in theaters. You saw it first on Kaleidoscape, way before I got the disc, and then I finally got hold of it and I watched it. And I thought the movie's a bit sketchy. And again, we talked about that. It doesn't really hold together. It doesn't really, I don't think, quite make sense. However, it's never boring, because it's a Mission Impossible movie, and they know what they're doing by now. But it's an absolute kick-ass home theater experience, and I mean there are sequence after sequence after sequence that are awesome. And the one particular one that I think of before the plane one is the submarine sequence.
Yes.
And as I said at the time, and again, when I was putting my list together, it was that sequence that came to mind. This is what I couldn't rewatch because 3 hours. I mean, that kind of time. So I didn't rewatch it, but that sequence came to mind, and the fact that whilst watching that, someone came wandering into the cinema room who likes to say, "Oh, I don't like movies," and who sat down because that scene was on, and the two of us watched that in silence, apart from, of course, the entire room moving around us for extended periods of time. And that sequence alone was enough to put it into my top 10 because it was so cool. So yeah, I was. It's a shame that it's just been pushed out of the top 10. I get why, and the one that's pushed it out is a good film. But yeah, I personally thought it was better than that. But I understand why.
Yeah. And to be fair, I had it better as well than that. I had it ranked higher. Like the one that did beat out, John had it at literally what we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, for me, it was like, it's another Mission Impossible movie. So that was hard for me at the time too. It's like, how do I had this ranked 13th out of all of mine. So 12 others beat it out. And it was like, there's nothing in that 12 that makes me go, oh, well, this is better than that. Right. It's like, oh, because it's just another Mission Impossible. The length of it, yes, that submarine scene is great, but it's the overall story and everything getting through it as far as an overall experience. Now, I've seen this movie 3 or 4 times this year. I've seen it with the glasses. I've seen it in the theater a couple of times. It's a great movie. But yeah, I couldn't rank it much higher. So, all right, that's it.
Okay.
Now we get into, let me see, where is that? Where is our new graphic? I
can bring it up if you want me to. It's there. I can see
Here we go. The new graphic. We get the donkey in the corner. So now we're getting into the top 10. We're getting into our top 10 here. Before we get into our top 10, we have AK. This question here: has anyone seen any official reviews on Tron Ares 4K? Well, I did review it.
Yeah, yeah, I have.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Amazing video. I mean, everything you've seen from the trailers, just the blacks, the reds, everything. I mean, this thing screams HDR. It looks and sounds incredible.
Nice.
We'll be talking about it more in the next few weeks as it comes to physical media. But having had it on Kaleidoscape for a little while now, I couldn't wait to see this because I didn't get to see it in the theater. But seeing it in all its glory. So yes, Tron Ares 4K, definitely. If you're thinking about getting it, grab it. All right. So here we go. This is we're going to do, this is our top 10. We're going to do the top five. And then we're going to give out a few awards, 3 of the 4 awards. We have 4 awards today. After we do the top 5, 10 through 6, we'll give out 3 of the 4 awards. Obviously the final award being, home theater experience of the year. Since you didn't have this ranked, let's start off with our number 10. Let me see. Here we go. I'll bring up the graphic. There we go. Number 10. Take it away, Steve.
Kingdom of Heaven. Kingdom of Heaven. Well, this is the thing. I, as you say, I'm the one that did not have this ranked.
Yeah.
And again, as with Master and Commander, if last year you had told me we were going to get Kingdom of Heaven director's cut in 4K and Dolby Atmos, and I wouldn't have put it in my top 20, I would have said again, get the hell out of here. And yet here we are. Now, and I wondered these. Now, this might be scurrilous, okay, and might be completely wrong. So I put that out there. I wonder if I liked this movie more than John and you, and that therefore I was more disappointed when I didn't get the video and the audio that I wanted, and therefore that's why it's not in the top 10. Because I think the movie is a masterpiece. I absolutely love this movie. As I say, the director's cut, forget the theatrical one, that does not exist in this dojo. And so it looks good. It sounded good. It just did not. I was expecting Gladiator. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
The power and the venom and the HDR and the detail levels of Gladiator, and I didn't get that with this. Even with the new Atmos track, the new mix, I was underwhelmed by it. Although I've only seen it once in 4K. So yes, not good enough for me to be ranked in my top 20 because there's so much other cool stuff.
Oh yeah. So,
but I get that. I see why someone would.
Yeah. So I had this ranked as my 16th movie because I had written it down during the year and put it into my list. And I was like, all right, it literally was the last one I could rank. I'm like, all right, this is where I had it. And I almost didn't include it. And John had it as his number 2. So because of that, it shuffled of everything else. It swapped. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning was number 10, and this was actually ranked number 11. And then John's came in, and this is the only one that it swapped. It's the only one that it affected in all of our top 10. So yeah, it's like, and I had it ranked 16th, but the same thing. It's like when we saw it, it's like we raved about it. We were talking about the picture quality, I remember talking about the grains of sand, the chainmail, everything about it. It was like, it was amazing. But yeah, I had it at 16th. You didn't have it ranked, and John had it at number 2, and so that's how it falls into place. And again, that's why there's 3 of us. I love that this is how it shakes out. So, yeah, so that's our number 10. So there we go. All right. Let's see, number 9. Here we go. This one, another one, first time I saw it was this week. Many people raved about this all during the year. We need to see this. So I'll throw up the graphic and you take it away.
This is one of the, I think, probably lesser expected top 10 home theater experiences is the absolutely awesome Novocaine.
Yeah.
And this was the first movie I rewatched this week. I was so excited to sit down and see it again. And I loved it all over again. Such a good movie. And I get that, when you start watching it, you're going to think, what is this, some sort of spin-off of The Boys? Because you've got Jack Quaid playing essentially the same role that he played in the Boys, essentially, until he gets superpowers, of course. And then but it's great. And what I didn't realize until I rewatched it is it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Which I did not realize till I started. I love how it begins as one thing, which is a little bit of a meet cute rom-com, begins this way for the first sort of 10, 15 minutes. And you think, right, I know where this is going. And we're in this lovely little groove and we know what's happening. And then suddenly flick a switch, you get a bananas home theater sequence. And then from then on, it is just all the way, just balls to the wall. And it's great. I loved it then and I love it now. And I think it's fantastic. Now, DJ, your first viewing, what did you think of it?
The movie itself, I think, is bonkers. I love the idea of it. It's just, it's the entire thing is cringeworthy. The entire time you're just, you're like going like this, and it's like stuff like this in real life doesn't bother me, but when you watch it replay, like what's coming, and the graphicness, if that's a word, of what happens to him. And the entire time I'm watching this, I'm like, this has got to be up there in our top 10, because without the audio, this just doesn't work the same. It's not as cringeworthy, right? It's like the punches that he takes, the impact of everything, the crunching of bones, the splurting, if that's a word, of blood, it's just or things bleeding. I believe you heard. It's just like it's the overall experience, and that's why it needs to be in the top 10. It came in at number 9 for us total. John didn't have it ranked. You had it 10. I had it at 8. And this, it just is, absolutely. and the picture, obviously you're seeing this. The picture quality is so good, but you're just you're always squinting. You're always looking, you're squinting when something's not even going to happen, because you're afraid it's going to happen, because this poor bastard. Oh my God.
Listen out for the broken mirror and the glass shards dropping in slow motion, and the tinkling of the glass all around the room, like an Atmos demo disc. It's very cool. There's lots of fun audio cues in this, but that in particular is just, if you've got Atmos speakers and you've got your room calibrated, it just sounds like you're right there, and you can pinpoint the individual shards of glass in that soundscape. Very, very cool, very showy, and not something you expect for what would have been a low budget movie. Exactly. I really wasn't expecting any of that, to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting the quality of that at all. So
so that's our that's number 9. Number 8, here's another one. Oh my God. I was not expecting this. Another cringeworthy, and here we go. Like we were talking last week about, recommendations not adding up and everything, and like not working out. And Steve had recognized this one earlier in the year. I was putting it off, but I did have it, there, and wanted to take it in by the end of the year. Glad I did. Amazingly enough, we both had this ranked at number 9. In our top 10. You had it 9, I had it 9. John did not. We're talking about Dangerous Animals, number 8.
Yes. This one's great. And another one I rewatched this week with Novocaine, and these two are interchangeable for me. Could have been 9, could have been 8, could have, I watched them both. This was the second one I rewatched after Novocaine, and I watched them both in one afternoon, because I was just like, just go for it, and had an amazing afternoon doing so. I really like this film. This is one of my favorite horror films of the year, if not my guilty pleasure favorite horror movie of the year. It was In a Violent Nature last year. This year it's this, I think. It's so grimy and nasty and exactly what you want it to be for this sort of film. It doesn't make a lick of sense. None of this happens in real life, but it's very, very entertaining. And its nastiness is what's so much fun about it. And again, very briefly, it's a Jai Courtney over in Oz using his real accent. He's a guy that takes tourists out to swim with sharks, and he may or may not be not a very nice guy. And the reference to dangerous animals may well be referring to man being the most dangerous animal of all. And it's very, very cool. So what did you think of the movie, Deej? Because we'll talk home theater in a second. What did you think of the movie?
Yeah, it's again another one of the it's bonkers. This should never happen. I don't know what it's like down in Australia. I can't imagine it can happen this way.
No.
People just disappear. Okay. They did try to ground it a little bit with his so nobody knows you're here. Okay. Well, eventually, but the setting. Right, the setting out on the open water, the different settings, that everything lent itself to a great home theater experience. The tension that was built, the listening to, even it's in the poster or the thing where he lowers people into the water, hearing the tension on that cable, hearing that
over the top.
Yeah, exactly. It's all of that. It's the blood, the seeing the blood in the water, right? Seeing all of that. It's just so good. The picture, the sound, it just, oh my God. And it was not as cringeworthy as Novocaine. And I watched these back to back as well. Because I hadn't seen them yet. And what did I have? I had this ranked. We both had it at number 9.
At 8 or 9. Yeah.
Yeah, we both had this at 9. Novocaine, you had at 10, I had at 8. This one here, we both had at 9. And it just, I thought the difference for me for Novocaine, I thought on this one, now I had Novocaine higher ranked. I just thought it was, I don't want to say more dynamic. I just thought the usage of the sound in that movie, there was so much more. Right, where this is more about the setting and everything like that, whereas I thought there was some more action scenes that lent itself in Novocaine, and that's why I had it slightly higher ranked. But you had it in reverse. You had this higher than Novocaine.
Yeah, but as I say, it's a toss up between the two. Yeah. I mean, I really did have to think long and hard about where these two were going to be. I knew they'd have to be in the 10, but where was something that I wrestled with. I love the crane where she's in the rear left speaker crying and screaming.
Yes.
You can hear the thing going right up and over, and you can hear the creaking. The bass right at the beginning, the bass notes as the boat is hitting the waves right from the start. It's just a boom, and you get that the engine, the rust and stuff on the ship.
Yeah.
It's again, for a low budget movie, it's A game audio and video, and I think that might be why it has appealed to me so much and stuck in my mind, because you go into this thing thinking B movie, C movie, as it were, at C movie, and you're thinking, well, that I'm not going to get HD heaven. I'm just going to get hopefully a fun schlocky movie. But no, you get your fun schlocky movie and your HD heaven as well, and that's what's got to make it an awesome experience, and why it deserves its place where it is. It's absolutely great. Dom just says in the chat, just what I think about it, Deej, biggest jump scare of the year for me. I'm assuming, Dom, that's the van, back of the van, not giving any spoilers away. Because that one does something that most of these don't do, which it doesn't go quiet, bang.
Yeah,
it actually comes. You don't get that tension. It just happens. And I did too, Dom, in fairness. And I like to think I don't jump at any of these things, but it did make me jump as well, because it does come out of nowhere and very, very quickly. So yeah, it's great. Yeah. And Dom says, indeed. See, I knew it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Where is it? Where is this one anyways? Oh yeah, I have to take this down. All right. Next up, number 7. We have, let's see, you had it ranked 8th. I had it ranked 7. John did not have it ranked. This one here, we're talking.
Oh, sorry, DJ. I'm just blind guys. Just saying. Sorry, what movie are you guys talking about? I missed it. We were talking about. We'll recap in a minute. But
Yeah.
number 8. That was number 8. That was Dangerous Animals.
Dangerous Animals.
Now we're
yes.
moving on to number 7. Sorry,
Number
DJ.
7, Ballerina from the John Wick universe.
Mhm.
And this one here, demo worthy, like almost all the way throughout, right?
Yep.
Like that flamethrower scene. This here was. I was expecting this movie to be good. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. The movie in its entirety, right? I think a lot of people were like, I don't want to say John Wicked out, but they're like, oh, here they are trying to, cash in with the John Wick name and whatever. And now, fans of this movie want more. I don't know if we're going to get it. But the audio and video in this, and again, this you have it on disc, I have it on Kaleidoscape, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. Oh, we need to go back for a second just a second. Let's finish with Ballerina. And we need to back up a second and talk about Dangerous Animals for a second too. But we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
But yes, so Ballerina, yes. Take it. You take it. Because
I agree. I mean, it's a really interesting story. It could have been rote and a bit rubbish and just kind of very throwaway, but it's actually a really enjoyable story. And you do get some John Wick, so that's great news as well. I don't think that's a spoiler because it's in the trailer again.
Yeah.
No Patrick Stewart, but no movie's perfect.
Right now, everybody's like, he wasn't in John Wick.
I don't think that's a deep cuts in joke, that one, guys. So this, it's a really interesting story, but its audio and its video is fantastic. The whole thing looks like it's shot in ultraviolet. I mean, it's an interesting picture you put up there. It's like the entire thing is in ultraviolet. Everything just leaps off the screen. The blacks are inky black, the brights are bright, all this neon is just awesome. But the audio as well just is bananas. And as soon as whoever it was, when they were writing the script and someone said, I've got it, right? You know how in John Wick 4 we did Dragon's Breath with our shotgun shell? Yeah. What about assault rifles that are actually flamethrowers?
Oh my God.
I mean, just like, well, sold. You had me at flamethrowers. And it's so well done. And it goes down the side walls, up the other side. It rolls towards the screen and over and away into the background. It is fantastic. And I watched this with someone else who we'd only recently watched the John Wick movies. And the two of us just had the biggest, dopiest grins on our face. And we'd had a couple of beers whilst watching it as well, which I'm sure helped. And it was just fantastic. So I really did enjoy this. And I think it's been largely forgotten. I would be surprised if this is on many people's top 10, home theater movies of the year. I think we remember it, but I don't think many people will, because I think it just got wrapped up in the, and all the other stuff. So I'm very glad we got it in number 7 because we're cool.
Yeah, absolutely. We are cool. That is for sure. We need to get a Freddy for that. We are cool.
We do coolest hosts of our own podcast award.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Let me let's go back a second and talk about Dangerous Animals. We forgot to mention that it does not have Dolby Vision and does not have Atmos. That was we forgot to mention.
Yes.
We talked about that earlier this week. We're like that is one of the movies that doesn't have Dolby Vision or Dolby Atmos. Still made the top 10. It's audio track. You're checking all the time. We're upmixing it, of course, to Neural X. It's DTS Master Audio 5.1. Again, I have it on Kaleidoscape. You have it on disc. It's not in Atmos on either format, but yet. It is a case, and you said it's like, that's weird. That's because we do have another movie coming up that isn't in 4K, but it's that to me is more of the anomaly. We've had movies in the Oppenheimer was up for number 1, and that didn't. All of his stuff has no Atmos. So I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that, Dean. Sorry.
Yeah, so
I just think of it as Atmos because it's so good.
Exactly. All right, this is the last of our top, before we get to the top five. But here we go. This one here, another one that I swore, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be number. This could be number one. This was so great. This is so much fun. So, all right. Number 6, Death of a Unicorn. This one here, I have it on Kaleidoscape. You have it on disc, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. You had it ranked 6th. I had it ranked 4th. John didn't have it ranked. But this one was, oh my God. It says here, Death of a Unicorn, Payback is a Beast, Playback is a Beast. This movie was a beast. The video quality on this, when they showed the unicorns, which are black and dark, but then they have the purple. And this movie, I changed my watch. I changed the colors on my watch because of this movie. For the rest of the year, up until Christmas Day, I changed it to green and red. Up until Christmas, it was gray and purple on my watch. I loved the video quality of this movie so much. It affected me that much that I was like, all year long, I was like, oh yeah, that's why it's gray and purple accents on my watch. It was that good. And the audio too. So, yeah. I mean, number 6, like I said, I had this ranked at number 4. This made my top 5. You had it just outside your top 5 at number 6. So it is appropriately ranked number 6.
Yeah, I mean, this is one I rewatched again this week. Had an absolute blast watching it again. This is only my second watch. But loads of lines I'd missed the first time round that I caught second time that I had forgotten. And yeah, once these unicorns start deathing, then what you get is just it's a unicorn that might as well be a T-Rex, might as well be a velociraptor. You know, I mean, it's using all the Jurassic Park sounders, it seems to me, and it's great, and it knows exactly what it's doing, and you get, the psychedelic kind of universal sequences just look beautiful, and all the other stuff as well. It's fantastic, and again, I suspect Deej, because this again was not a blockbuster. All the people in this are character actors ish. Certainly not A-listers, so it would have been a cheaper movie to make. It's an A24 release.
Biggest name is Paul Rudd.
Yeah, well, indeed, or General Ortega now, I suppose. She's pretty big now, but certainly in terms of it should be a B movie with a B movie look and a B movie sound, and you get a B movie with an AAA sound and video mix. It's great, and I'd be interested if others have found that as well, whether again it's found its way into other top 10 lists, but I'm so glad it's in ours because it was great, and I loved this the minute I saw it. It's an awesome movie, this one.
I remember seeing it for the first time and just being like, I had zero expectations for it. I was like, oh, what is this? Could this be? And it really it wowed me in all aspects. Story wise, I thought, hysterical. I thought there was great comedy in it, but the story itself, the meaning of everything with this movie, everything has meaning. I thought it was fantastic. So it's, I had it in my top 5. So
can you imagine Can you imagine the pitch meeting for this? You go into A24, the studio of Midsummer, the studio of all these weighty of Heretic and all these weighty movies, and they're like, okay, thanks for coming in. What's the name of your film then? Death of a Unicorn. They must have been like, get the hell. Oh, I will listen to you. Let's just be polite. And then just listen to this pitch, because this is not an A24 movie at all.
Well, that's kind of A24 though. A lot of their movies are like that, like you're like, oh, this is a movie that you wouldn't expect to see elsewhere, and you're like, oh, okay. So that's kind of how I looked at it. But all right, that is it for those. Okay, now we're gonna get into the awards. All right, we have 3 awards to give, and we'll just, without saying what they are, we'll start off with the one that got us to the awards part, right? We're going to give this one will probably be retired after this year. What did I just drop? Oh. So, all right. So the first Freddy ever given out You want to you've seen it, you know what it's so let's just let's show what the Freddies look like. The Freddies are these little guys here, if you can see them on your screen. It's a little, if you're listening to the audio only, it's a little knit donkey. And I picked this one here. If you find it online, it's actually like it's one that's you're supposed to give your boss, right? And I took the wording from it and I redid it. And the wording was, I may be a tiny donkey, but I know greatness when I see it. And then it's like, you're a badass boss. I think that's what it's supposed to say. Well, I changed it to, for this one, for 2025, this is the most inspirational podcast. Of course, goes to Steve.
Bright side. No, sorry.
Yeah.
I do believe, if memory serves, it goes to #Dork.
The #Dork podcast. So there you go. #Dork gets the, where is it? There we go. So that's the little donkey. This one's going to get delivered. I'll ship this out, get it to Rich Keefe. He can have his donkey. And so yes, that's the other aspect of this that was brought to my attention, that yes, we are giving out asses. So
but I think when someone opens it, Deej, they're gonna say it's got a great ass.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So most inspirational podcast, of course, because one, I mean, first and foremost, it's everything that they've been doing for years with Movember, right? It inspired us to do what we were doing for Movember. I mean, you can't get more, and never mind my history with these guys, listening to them, meeting them, giving me the confidence to just even start, John and I starting a podcast. That it was those two guys sitting there and just, the rapport they had. And I'm like, John and I could do that. I'm like, we could talk like that, but can we do it? And then having met them and they had an event, and I went and met them, and he's like, yeah, you should do it. Well, Rich was great. And then meeting them over the years since then. But then, of course, they inspired this whole entire award thing, the Dorkies, and then they're giving us award. They knitted out a straw. Yeah, there you go. Greg, the Awesome Ninja. Are they knitted out a straw for a Hey Fred? Yeah, that's a good idea. So that's why I think that's got to be, a one-off, one and only, most inspirational podcast. That podcast has affected this podcast in so many ways. So they get the first awarded, first given. There you go. First Freddie given. So do you want to do the next one? You name the next one. Okay.
You're going to have to remind me.
All right. Let's see. So, well, we did it. All right, I'll do it since you don't know what they are.
Yeah, sorry, I can't remember.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we'll do, let's see, next up, we're giving away best use of video. So, I may be a tiny donkey, but I know greatness when I see it. Best use of video for 2025 is Sinners.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
that one.
Yeah,
right.
that one.
Yeah,
it was you that started. So why don't you take it from there? Sinners.
Okay,
gets best use of video for this year.
Yeah. So this one we slightly step back from the overall experience and talk about video. Now, Sinners is a movie that is designed with video being as important as sound and as story, and it is a character in and of itself, and specifically with the variable aspect ratios that you get throughout the movie. And it goes from 275 to 185 and everything in between. And it is very clearly designed as a device to bring you into and then out of the movie when it wants you to. Now, some might say, well, doesn't all movies do that? Don't all film do that? But not where it's a character in and of itself.
Yeah.
And that's the difference this year. You can't mention, I don't think, cinematography, video quality, and aspect ratios this year without Sinners being the first thing in the front of your mind.
Absolutely.
And that's why this is clearly night and day above anything else in terms of giving you that video that is part of this film. So yeah,
Correct.
I thought it was fantastic, and that's
Exactly.
why when you asked about it, that's why it leapt to mind.
Exactly. And that was the idea for the award. It's not just like the best video quality; it's the best use of video. And if I could finish it, it just doesn't fit on the little placard there. Best use of video technology. And this is another one of those movies that utilizes all of the technology available for video in a way of storytelling. Like if we gave this award last year, it would have been like Joker, pile of ducks or whatever you called it, right? Because that movie utilized it. It was part of the storytelling, so much so that if you didn't see it in a variable aspect ratio, you probably missed out on some of the nuance of that movie.
Yeah.
Same with this. I thought Sinners, watching that again this week, it's the video quality of this, not just the video quality, not just the HDR, but the variable aspect ratio, the cinematography, the way they move the camera, the way they move, and then obviously sound panned with that as well. But the video was a character in this movie, so that's why it gets the Brightside best use of video technology for 2025. All right, so now you should be able to list the best use of audio technology.
I can. This is what I remember.
Come on, this is one of your favorites. Best use of audio technology. What do you got, Steve?
So there is only one answer to this. And again, similarly, when someone says video, Sinners came to mind straight away. With audio, in terms of just the pure audio, put everything else out of your mind. There is one answer, and I couldn't take seriously anyone that doesn't have this answer for this particular thing, and that is simply put, Wolfman. It absolutely has to be Wolfman. Yeah, there it is. I love that. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It is an astonishing audio achievement. And before the Universal logo has finished, you get a bass rumble and a sweep across the room, panning bass, if there is such a thing.
Yeah,
it goes across the room before it even begins, and from second one to the minute the credits start rolling, it is an audio beast, if you'll forgive the play on words, because it's bananas, and it does things with audio this year that no other film has done in such a across the board from start to finish. It is demo worthy from second one. And if everyone's wondering about sequences, the opening sequence right from the beginning is the opening 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah,
it's a demo in and of itself. I will say spiders, just hear me now, believe me when you've seen it.
It utilized the sound in a way, like just that way, that concentration to show like what was happening to the characters, how they could concentrate, how they had to handle the hearing, amplify. And we even discussed that opening 5 minutes and how it changes to like a cityscape and how the audio changed in that. So the quality that you got from the opening 5 to that scene where all of a sudden now you're on the city street and you're like the ambience in your room, the sound in your room, the size of your room changed everything. I mean, the way they executed everything in this for audio again was, like none other, really.
Quite. And even within the same scene. So again, the scene we talked about when we reviewed it about so you've got the light and the dark. So you've got what the victims see and what the person who is becoming the creature sees, but also then you've got the audio as well, and how that changes from someone speaking something that you can is intelligible to moving to then when it's not intelligible. And listen to the way the pitch of the audio changes, the voices change, the again that claustrophobia of that changes, and of course the threat of going from something that people who understand, to an animal, and how an animal perceives it is giving it this extra level that most movies wouldn't even dream of it. Most movies it's just a growling person in the corner. You're not going to get this play with sound. So it's awesome. And Jordan's right. So Jordan says the most praise Steve will ever give to Wolfman. Well, for audio, yeah. It's fantastic as an audio experience. And again, for me, night and day above any other movie if you're just talking audio. That, you know, and again, I'd struggle to take it seriously. Anyone else that says, oh, no, the audio is not that great. I can't see why you'd say that.
Yeah. So
there we go.
And also with the award itself, notice the wording. I may be a tiny donkey, but I know greatness when I hear it.
Oh,
See?
smooth.
See, isn't that nice?
Smooth, like it. We need to send that to old, what's his face? Old, who's the director? Can't think of the director now. Need to send it to Lee Winnell.
We'll get it to
him. He'd love it. He's an Aussie. He'll think that's great.
Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Here we go. Now, getting into our top 5. I hope you don't have to get going in 7 minutes.
No, we're okay. Did you go for it?
All right, cool. All right, we're going late, people. All right. Our number 5. Let me see. Did I load it up? Yes, I did.
Yeah, Sophia's still in the chat. Get ready, Sophia.
I hope so. All right, here we go. Our number 5, Steve, take it away.
Okay, well, the award should not be crocheted. It should be golden, shouldn't it? Golden.
The golden, yeah.
Golden, right. K-pop Demon Hunters is our number 5.
Yeah.
2 50-something-year-old guys who have got a K-pop animated movie in their top 5 home theater experiences of the year.
And here's the best part. We both scored it number 5.
There you go. See?
John didn't have it scored, but we both had it as our number 5.
I'm amazed John hasn't seen it. Surely he's seen it.
He
loves this stuff.
I know.
You know, any man that can go to see Taylor Swift in Italy when you're on holiday can darn well see this. So yeah, it's now. I was not expecting much. I came to this way after it had already been a massive hit. Careful how I say hit.
Yeah.
And only because of Mark Bernardin, who recommended it on Fat Man Beyond, and had said it's it's really good, and it's got a moment at the end. It's like the What's Up Danger from Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And I sat down expecting it to be nonsense, expecting to scoff all the way through it and just be like, oh, what a load of rubbish. And I loved it. And I watched it again this week, and I loved it again. This film is awesome. It really is. I love the story. I like how it's told. I'm not, I don't have a problem with the kids of today, the way it's told. I really enjoy it. And I love how it looks, and I really like how it sounds, even though it's not in 4K.
No.
It's 1080p.
1080p, but it does have Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, it does. But 1080p. I mean, who'd have thunk it? I didn't. I thought it was 4K.
Yeah, exactly. It looks that good. But that's where we talk about it all the time on the show. It's like, what's more important? It's the HDR is the most important. The amount of pixels isn't the important thing. It's the quality of those pixels. Quality over quantity, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Victoria's so happy. Yep. I watched that. I watched this again this week too. And it does. It looks like, it's part of it is because it's animated. So your actual pixel count isn't as important, but the HDR, the way they utilize the quality of the picture here, and it's like the texture of their skin or lack thereof, because it's this animation style, is so good. And this stuff lends itself, animation like this lends itself to HDR and really showing off what it can do. And then you get into the audio for it and the music and how the music, the crowds, the music, the street scenes when they're singing, and how the music moves around the room, how the crowds move around the room, the lead singers, especially in the boy band, how that moves from one side to the other, sometimes coming up from behind you, stuff like that. It's like, it really is. It's just a blast to enjoy, to sit there.
The the disembodied voice of the bad guy as well floats around the room.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yep.
Did we say, by the way, this is Netflix, by the way? I don't know if we said.
Yes, this is
Yeah,
Netflix.
mhm.
Netflix made top 5. 1080p, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a lot of fun. Dom's saying that his I think he says his daughter wants him to watch it. Dom, you will enjoy it.
Yes.
I'm confident you will enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and you know the songs are ridiculously catchy. Just beware of that. And if you're not singing "You're My Soda Pop" for
Oh
the
my
next
God.
3 weeks after you've seen it, then
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. You will be.
Yeah.
It's
Steve, you're my soda pop, okay, buddy?
Oh, God, so sweet of you to say.
I thought so.
Just send me a crochet donkey and I'll be yours forever.
Oh, so there's a price.
Well, obviously, hey, I don't come cheap.
Oh boy,
One crocheted donkey is
that's all it takes. That's all it
That's it.
takes.
Done and done.
Done.
But then, of course,
Done
then the
and done.
problem said then the only problem is I'll be touching your ass.
Oh.
Anyway,
We can't be doing this during K-pop.
no, quite, yeah.
Ugh.
But it was very, very good though. I really
Yeah.
did like this, in
Yes.
spite of myself. It's great, and
Yeah.
and I like to think I'm in touch with my inner child as a
Yeah.
direct result of this.
And this one here, we talked about. We were the first to talk about it because I was watching the girls and I put it on for them, like when the day it came out. I didn't
Yeah.
know what it was, but it
Yeah.
is from the same people that brought us Into the Spider-Verse. So we had all that. I was like, and I said that when it came, I'm like, I don't know. I put on some movie, K-pop Demon Hunters. And next, as the weeks went on, people were like, have you heard of it? I'm like, yeah, we've already talked about it. So yeah, pretty funny.
It's very, very cool.
All
So yeah, Jay Van Gool just says in the chat, just briefly, Kung Fu Panda 2 came out on 4K this year. Stay tuned next week, Jay Van Gool.
Yeah. All right. All
Okay,
right.
so that's
all
number
right.
5 then.
That was 5. Now we're getting into number 4. Number 4, our here we go.
This
Our
is
winner
the
for best audio
Yes,
coming in
our
at number
aforementioned
4.
Wolfman. And for all the reasons that we've already talked about, for me, I mean, for the longest time, this would have been my number 1. And
You had it ranked at number 2.
Yeah. Mhm.
I had it at 6.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was wrestling with my number 1 choice, which we'll come on to, and this, and I really was thinking again, why should this be number 1? Why should it not be number 1? Why should the other one be number 1? And
Yeah.
the reason it's not number 1, bearing in mind the audio, as we've talked about, ridiculously good, and as an experience, it's awesome.
Yes.
But for me, and Jordan's already put his finger on it when we were talking earlier, the movie itself isn't as good as the number 1. For me, it's really good, but it's not. Well, one, it's not a bloody werewolf movie, which it should be, and 2, there's not a lot of wolf in the Wolfman movie, and 2, it's not as engaging as The Invisible Man, which of course was Lee Winnell's last one, which we talked about forever. So the movie isn't as good as the audio, and isn't as good as an all-round experience as my number 1, which is why this was my 2.
This was your 2. I had it ranked number 6.
Yeah, and I see why. I get
but
why.
much of the same reasons. Much of the same reasons.
Yeah.
Like the story. I mean, I actually enjoyed the story more than you did. And but I thought, and I really enjoyed the audio, the video on it as well, because those same scenes that we were talking about, how they use the audio to demonstrate, they use the video as well.
Yeah,
I just felt like this very much could have been up there for video as well, because of the quality, like the way they utilized it on what the characters were seeing. I thought that was great too. And executed really well too, using HDR and everything. But I thought the story is what this is where you get into, like, you got to have it all going on, right? To get to
nuance,
where
isn't
you're
it?
getting into this, up into your top 3 and so forth. So this sits just outside the top 3 at number 4. But yeah, the audio in it, as we said, it's like best audio of the year, but the rest of it, the storytelling, I thought the picture was great. What really set this aside for me over Sinners with picture was really just the utilization of the variable aspect ratio, how they used what they did in that. It just, maybe if they'd done that here, it would have given a little bit more focus to it, but very, very close on that as well. So, but yeah, awesome number 4. Awesome. All right, let's see. Let's bring that down. Oh, I gotta get rid of this. Bum, 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 bum. All right, here we go. Our top 3. We're into our top 3 here. Here we go. This one here could have been my number 1 for a good portion of the year as well. We all raved about this. But yeah, here we go.
Alrighty, so number
Sinners.
3 then. Sinners. Oh yeah. Do you want to do this one, Deej?
Sure. Yeah, this one here, it's like, this is another one of those movies I talked about. You saw it, you started it, and you were like, I really don't see why he's raving about it. And you were 20 minutes into it, and you're like, let me start it again, which was one of the smartest things you can do, because this is a movie unto itself that you really need to see in its entirety. It's not a scene by scene movie. It's because the pacing, everything about this is why this is the first of the top 3 that really gets into the full effect of everything: your picture, your sound, your story, how it's told. And this definitely could have been a number 1. This could have, for this year. We talked about the picture quality, the way they utilize the variable aspect ratio, but not only that, the cinematography, the way that the cameras moved, and then the sound moving around the room as well. This very well could have been up there for best sound too.
Yeah.
All of that together with the story from beginning to end, and you have, just how this paced out. And in the middle of this movie, because of the pacing, it made me want to just jump up and dance in my theater. And this was in my older theater. It just had all of it. And by the end of the movie, you're just like, oh my God. It was, it's a vampire movie, but that's not a spoiler anymore. But by the end of this, you're tired. You've taken in an experience by the end of this movie.
Yeah, that's fair. Definitely. Well, I saw it again this week. That would have been my second full watch this week. And there's lots of stuff I'd missed first time round, all kinds of hints as to
at the beginning.
And lots of stuff that it just kind of passed me by first time round, but watching it back again is like, oh, okay, right. I see exactly what that was signposting, as it were. No, it's a heck of a film. It's a hell of an achievement, a unique movie that blends all this kind of unusual stuff and brings it together and presents it, but also in an accessible way. I don't think it ever really drowns in its own pretentiousness. I think it's actually a really cleverly written movie that walks that line very well between kind of giving you an elevated horror, but also giving you a story you can relate to. I do think it's very, very good indeed. And it'll be interesting to see how well it does come the Oscars. So I think it's great. Yeah, very, very cool. The only way it could have been better, and I did say when we reviewed it, and I still think this, even having seen it twice, I just want Blade to turn up.
Yeah.
Just the last 10 minutes, right? I just want Blade to turn up, and then it would have been my number 1, and probably the best film ever.
Yeah.
And so Ryan Coogler, if you're listening, and I'm sure you are, can we have a director's cut, please? Let's get Mahershala Ali, turn up, waste the vampires. Brilliant. Done. There we go. Yeah. That'll be good. And I'll be happy. I'm only mildly joking, DJ. I genuinely
know
that to happen.
Ever since you heard that, you were like, they should have done that. It should have been part of it.
How cool would that have been not to have told anyone, and it be an under the wire Blade movie?
Yeah. But I also think, how long would that have lasted? It's like only the first viewing, and everybody been like, "What?" Yeah, it's yeah. So,
very cool, very cool,
very cool, very cool. All right, here we go. Our number 10, our top 2. Sorry, our number 10. We're backing up. Yeah. So here we go into the top 2. I had this at number 1. You had it at number 3. Yeah. This was my number 1 for the year. But it is our number 2. You had it at 3. John didn't have it ranked. This is Netflix's House of Dynamite, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. When this dropped, you saw it first, right?
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't remember and then I saw it, caused a fight in the house because somebody interrupted me during this movie, and I was like on the edge of my seat, and it's exactly what's going on in this movie. I watched this again this week. The utilization of sound in this movie is absolutely a part of the movie. It is stunning. It is stunning. It is subtle. So that's what, for me, that's what kept this out from being audio of the year. It's like, it is close, but it's more subtle. So it's a little bit more along the lines of, like, what do you call it? The one we always talk about Atmos wise, that very subtle. The Sandra Bullock, George Clooney. Duh, I'm going blank. The space movie, that Gravity. Gravity. It's like that. I mean, there's more sound to it than Gravity has, but this movie here, this is on Netflix. Again, this is a Netflix streaming movie that is insanely good. Insanely good. They have transitions with bass in them, undertones that you're boom, and you're like the low frequencies that you're getting to in those transitions are just, if you're not running this in your theater, you're probably not hearing any of it. You know, never mind the bombastic, you know, when they go to the revolutionary scenes and the cannon fire and the gunfire, that stuff. But that's the action. But in the war rooms, in the different rooms, the atmospherics that you get there, the clarity of dialogue, but the background noise and the subtlety that they do with the music and everything, setting the tone, keeping you, what you think is low audio, it's actually setting the tone in the room. And it's again, a lot of people dislike this movie because it's very repetitive for a reason, without giving it away. But the way they utilize, this is another part of the way they utilize the sound, is you're watching these scenes over and over, but what people say is in different parts of the room. Maybe it's their primary scene, so you're hearing them come from the center channel, but later on they're in the background because now that person is saying that exact same thing, but they're on a monitor somewhere else for the primary character is on the screen. So you have that going on, and it's hard to describe if you haven't seen the movie to know what I'm talking about. But this is a movie that you could watch 3, 4, 5 times and still not have seen everything, right?
Yeah. I mean, I
yep.
Sorry, I was thinking kind of how I was going to describe it. I mean, we talk about, it's all about the experiences. That's the tagline. That's how we frame every review we do. And every kind of look at it is always, it's all about the experience. And I was aware dimly the movie was coming out, but I didn't, because it's from Catherine Bigelow, but I didn't know what it was about. And it was Stephen King who put a tweet out saying, you really should watch this. And it was a Saturday morning. I had a couple of hours free, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go and give this a go straight away into the cinema room, piled it on. And I mean, we talked at the time when we reviewed it, it felt like I was in a bunker. It felt like I was there. And for those of us lucky enough to see this in our dedicated theater rooms, it felt like it was real. And that is an experience. Yeah. And it's the only word I can think of to describe what it was like when I first saw this in the Cinema George. Sound up, pitch black, on it went. It was fantastic. And I have got no complaints about it. I didn't care how it ended. I thought it was fine. How it played out was really good. I like that there are conversations in the background that relate to the next bit, and you then hear and see that bit being then played, and then what you were watching earlier is then in the background. Yeah, exactly. I love all that. I just think it, and you feel, and again, Jordan says in the chat, this is one of his most tense experiences of 2025. It's one of the most tense experiences I've had watching a movie. Yeah, alone 2025 is, well, pretty much of all time in terms of, because of the verisimilitude, because of the way they tell it, which is not showy, it's not flashy. Here it is, you know, it drags you into it, and you do that suspension of disbelief is total for when this is going on. At least it was for me. And you could feel your heart rate going. I could feel my heart beating faster. That's why I tweeted out about the watch it with a heart monitor on, just for fun. Stick your Apple Watch on and just watch your heart rate go. It's fantastic. And again, I mean, it was my number 2, wasn't it? And number 3.
You had it number 3. I had it number 1.
But it could be very easily have been number 1 for me as well. And it's that good. So fantastic and must be seen. It must be seen.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it. There's people in the chat talking about paying the subscription. Pay it, watch it. It'll be cheaper for 1 month than it would be to go and have seen it in a theater, and you will love it. If you don't like the ending, that's fair enough. But
I think we said that to Carl, didn't we? Ellsworth on the 25-hour show. We're like, you got to see this. Check it out on Netflix. They were like, if you don't have Netflix, get it and for the month but this is worth seeing. Brent and I said that to Dennis. Yeah. Remember Dennis when Brent Butterworth was on and Dennis Berger and Dennis like, I don't have Netflix, and Brent's like, see this. It was like that when he was on they did a Takeover Tuesday with me. And I was going to mention it because remember in that episode, Brent's like, I don't like movies anymore. It was kind of being jokey. And I wanted to wrap the show up with this. And before I could do it, he goes, I have seen one movie. And he mentioned this one. I was like, oh, okay, there you go. That's what I was going to say. So we ended up talking about it with Dennis. But it's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't know how it plays in in the corner of someone's living room with all the lights on and two channels sound.
Yeah,
I get that it's a different experience. But if you
storytelling in this though is part of it, so that would still put you on the edge of your seat, right? This isn't greatly enhanced by the home theater aspect of it, but if you get into the story part of it, the story does put you on the edge of your seat. Not as much as the entire as like what we get in our theaters, but yeah. So all right, number 1. Coming up, this is obviously our number 1. People that haven't guessed by now, but so we have the best audio movie has already been represented, the best video movie has been represented, but neither of those made it to number 1. And we've been talking about it quite a while. Having it come out, wasn't sure where. I had it ranked number 2. Steve had it ranked number 1. John also had this ranked at number 1.
Good man.
So there you go. So between the 3 of us, I mean, that's what we come up with. It's like, so without further ado, here you go. F1.
Oh,
F1. And so let me put this up there. There you go. There's the donkey. I may be a tiny donkey, but I know greatness when I see it. F1, the movie, home theater experience of 2025. So there it is.
Oh, yes. And rightly so. Again, with the caveat of any one of my top 9 could have been number 1, and I wouldn't have had a problem with it. So I've seen this now 3 times. Once in theaters, twice, once on streaming, and then once on 4K disc. And I mean, we've talked about it a lot, but just for why I put it in my number 1 is actually was the stream is why I had it in my number 1, even though the disc is better. Because again, we come back to the E word, experience.
Yes.
And when I put this on, I mean, I enjoyed it in theaters. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it, and I saw it in a semi-decent theater. But when I put this on in Cinema George, again, it was a Saturday afternoon, if I remember rightly, maybe a Friday night. I'm not sure, one of the 2. Door closed, sound up, chair back. I know you don't like your reclining chairs, but my chair was reclined, and I experienced this movie, and it was better than in theaters by miles. Again, forgive the pun. It was fantastic, and as soon as it began, I was just sat forward in my seat, or just like, this is awesome, let it rip. And the opening sequence drags you into it, and it doesn't let up until the last credit rolls.
Yeah.
I was transported. Again, forgive the pun. Sorry. I just said it was really good. Oh no, it keeps going. Right. Okay. I just was blown away by it. I loved it. and the experience is enhanced greatly again by the audio and the video. It is ridiculously detailed. The video on this is
Yes.
crazily detailed. The audio is not as showy as Wolfman, is not as kind of deep and penetrating as, say, Sinners,
No.
but it's very, very good for this movie. And, you know, the announcers and the
Yes.
overheads, the roaring of the engines, the movement of all this stuff just makes it, for me, the standout movie of the year in my home theater. And
Yeah.
it's why this is from what that stream and sort of confirmed with the disc when I got it, will be the one when someone says to me next year, so 2025 movies, this one will immediately springs to mind before any of the others. So yeah, that's for me why it was number one. You,
Yeah.
Deej?
Same here. I had, like I said, I had it at number 2. I thought I had House of Dynamite. I had it number 1 because of, as you mentioned, F1. The audio isn't as loud. It's dynamic, but it's not as loud. So when I had to make a choice between the two of them, that's what I went with. But everything else you said, much like I said about it, was like Gravity. This has all the details in it. It's like when you sit down to watch this movie from beginning to end, it's the overall experience. You won't even notice it's not as loud unless you jump out of it and go to something else, which I had over the year. And I remember I mentioned it to you in the past. I'm like, now I see what they're talking about, people that aren't as crazy about the audio. But the detail, like you mentioned about the announcers, they'll have the announcers, like you'll hear the announcers in the stands and they'll be like, such and such pulls to the front, or, you know, P10 position or whatever. But then they go into the car and that audio, the voice of the announcer goes into like almost like into the helmet, into you. So you can hear it like the way they would, which they don't. But they put that in the movie, and the audio moves over your head from, instead of being around the room, it moves almost like it's right over your head. That's just one of the many details. The cars, the tires. If he blows a tire when he's coming back in, listen to where that blown tire is in your room. You'll hear it like, on that side. Like if you're in the cockpit, there's so much detail to the audio in this movie. Even if they pull back and they're showing the track as a whole, the audio sounds completely different than if they go down onto the track. The crowds, the everything. Speaking of which, the crowds, we saw, was it Chris Hemsworth is in this movie? Makes a quarter of a second cameo. You catch like, whoa, I saw that this week. But, and then again, the picture quality, and that's where you get into probably one of the most good-looking people on the planet in Brad Pitt, and you see the detail. He's turning into that Robert Redford, right? That older face, the wrinkles and everything. But then the young kid, and seeing his complexion, seeing his skin and everything, and it's like all of that detail. This movie, I thought, and story-wise, you can say all you want, like, I've seen this story. This is Top Gun Maverick. This is obviously made by the same people. Top Gun Maverick. It's all these different stories. I've seen this before. Yeah, okay. And that to me is even more of a credit by the end of the movie. Like, I don't care if I've seen it before. This is so well done, so well told, so well acted out that it's like, it is that home theater experience of the year that it's like, you need to experience this in the theater. It's the only way. It's like, obviously I had it at number 2. You and John had it at number 1. Any of these top 5, I'd say top 3 could have been number 1. Most definitely. I mean, I could have been talked into probably any one of these 3 being number 1, and the top 3 being, Sinners, House of Dynamite, and F1. But yeah, so that's it. There you have it. That's our number 1 movie of, 2025. Here's the overall breakdown. Let me move this. Actually, I got to get rid of the banner here. Boom. There's the breakdown. There's my list. So you have number 10, Kingdom of Heaven. Number 9, Novocaine. Number 8, Dangerous Animals. 7, Ballerina. 6, Death of a Unicorn. 7, K-pop Demon Hunters. Wolfman at number 4. Sinners number 3. House of Dynamite number 2. And of course, F1, the movie, coming in at number 1. So, and there's all our rankings next to it if you watch it on the video. So, wow.
Awesome.
So
just quickly, the DJ, most disappointing movie then, just very quickly, just you don't even have to explain it. Do you have
honestly, the way my brain has been for the last week, I can't even think of something that disappointed me. Refresh my memory.
Okay.
Name something, because I need a trigger. I need something to put me in that mindset. I honestly can't even think of something that I was disappointed by this year.
Yeah,
I'm sure I was. I'm sure you recommended something I didn't like.
Yeah, I was going to say it's about to be something I recommended. Yeah, see, for me, it's Red Sonja.
Yeah, you saw that. I didn't see it.
Rightly so. Yeah, that for me was that was almost can't finish it. And Beast of War a close second, but definitely Red Sonja for me, dreadful.
Yeah.
So if there is an anti-home theater experience, it's that.
I can't think of. Can you think of something I didn't like that I was like? I know there was, because I'm starting to get the feeling it's like, I thought there was something that I almost walked out on.
If anyone in the chat can help. I can't remember these, to be fair, because you are very, very good at these things and you love this stuff.
Like Steve, Bright Side.
Just out of interest. But there we go. No, so yeah, it's been a banner year for physical media. It's been awesome. You're something. Well,
that's so great. That's so funny. Greg said,
no, man. Yeah. No, you enjoyed the Mark Wahlberg.
I enjoyed it. It's not like I was like, no. That one, you were more disappointed I watched it.
That was true. Yes, very, very true.
You're like, no, what'd you do that for? Why are you talking about this now?
But yeah, no, I it's been a banner year for home theater, for physical media. We normally got one that is head and shoulders above all the others, at least. This year, so close and so many.
Well, last year was Dune 2. And I was actually pretty close then too. Mad Max Furiosa came in right behind it. Ranking for that one. The year before was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse beat out. I had Oppenheimer, and you had Oppenheimer at 2. I had it at 1. John didn't rank it, so it dropped it out of the number 1 spot. I had Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse at 4. So they were all still very tight. Everything has been tight. Like that.
But so many good ones this year. And what are we looking forward to for next year then, Deej? Well, I would later this year.
Yeah. For 2026, it's like, I think it would be a disappointment if it's not Odyssey, right? Anything.
Sure. Yes. True.
True. We're all looking, which is scary but he's never shied away from that. It's like, we've always been like, oh, this could be like when Oppenheimer came out, you're like, oh, your expectations are so high. And how often aren't they met? Like Tenet. I love Tenet, but a lot of people are like, I don't get it. I think Odyssey might go in that direction, but I think at the end of the year, we're all going to be like, it's definitely going to be in there because it's coming out early enough in the year that it should make it. No, I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Oh, there's a trailer up. There's an official trailer out, which is worth seeing. And again, looks very epic.
Comes out in July, right? Blind Guy's asking in the chat. July.
Yeah, it is July.
July 17th or something like that.
I mean, obviously, it won't feature into. Spider-Man will be in there, but Avengers Doomsday, of course, isn't out till December, so we won't get that.
Won't make it. That'll be the 2027 list.
So there's plenty to come. I mean, Predator Badlands, of course, won't hit disc. I mean, obviously, may have hit Kaleidoscope.
It did, but it did today, which is still this year, but it'll hit disc this year. So we'll be talking about that one.
So that should be very cool.
But that's the dangerous part. The ones that drop early in the year, by the end of the year, it's still got to hold that, that gravitas to be able to be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one, So, oh my God.
Yeah. So June 3, Dom's saying, which, I mean, you wouldn't bet against that, would you?
Is that coming out this year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, towards the end of the year.
I didn't even realize that. So so you got that. But if that's
Yeah.
not till November, that wouldn't make our list. That wouldn't be
No,
out.
yeah, we won't get
time.
it in time. Well,
I'm not sure when
if
it's coming
Netflix buy Warner Brothers and there's only a 17-day theatrical window, then I suppose we might get it at home.
Yeah. Yeah, Odyssey has already sold out first 4 screenings at Waterloo IMAX. So
Gosh.
old school kung fu talking about
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I won't see that in IMAX. I learned my lesson after Dunkirk. I will be seeing it in a normal theater. Fine by me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there we go. What a year! What a
Yeah.
year it's been.
Yep. And Paul Hurst saying it is a big year this year, and it was a big year last year. We're saying, I mean, it's I've been looking this show, this top 10 has just been awesome. What an awesome year. And now we have the Freddies to look forward to every year.
Oh yes. Well, I need to get my hands on a Freddy. As I said, I'm going to order one. If you want to send me the, you're going to send me the little thing, and I can
Steve.
put it on there.
Steve, you want to touch my donkey?
I don't want to touch your. No, I'm not going to say that.
There we go. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
On that note, there we go. That's we're going out on that note. You want to?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. All right. That's it for the top 10. Next week, back to normal. Back to normal. Talking about our experience, our first experiences of 2026.
Great stuff as well.
Maybe something will be in the running for a Freddy. Who knows? We'll talk about that next week. Thank you to everybody in the chat. What an amazing chat again this week. Thanks to the patrons. It's been a long show. It's been a lot to get through, but so glad we did.
I think we've been very disciplined.
I do too, because we could keep going.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. So, all right. But until next week, you know what you got to do.
Go push play.
What he said.
That's right.
Hey, Fred.
This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.